What's up, guys? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Neo. Neo is one of the OGs of crypto. Neo is a blockchain that is actually quality. It's really, well, you can send everything for free, basically. But the development's been just shoddy. I want to take a look at what Neo can do in the long term, but and I still think there'll be gains to have for this. Just I'm not convinced they're going to be particularly significant. And I'll explain. But before I get into that, guys, if you are new to this channel, these are the first 26 coins that I spoke about on this channel. First 26 coins I did videos on. In all those videos, I was like, look, these quality coins, I'm buying them up. And you can see what their prices were when I recorded the videos and released them. You can see what the current prices are. So say you put in $100 into each of the coins when I released the videos, and say you're still holding them, which why the hell are you holding them? It's been 3 years. But if you were $100 into each, and say you would sell them today, you'd be able to bank a profit of around 13k from a $2,600 investment. And that's doing everything wrong, because they should have obviously been sold in 2021 when the markets were red hot. That's what I did. It's what my friends did. It's what my followers did. And if you'd have done that, $100 into each, $2,600 investment would have netted you a profit of over 123 grand. It's a big, big difference between doing the right and wrong thing. Now, as I said, I sold these. They're not what I own. If you do want to see the coins that I've been buying up in this bear cycle, the coins that I think are going to be the next big winners, go over to copymycrypto.com and read the site. I'll take you all of about 10 minutes to read. Everything on there is public record, so you can literally read through and verify everything you read on this channel's videos. Copy My Crypto is where I share the coins that I'm in. Anytime I buy or sell a coin, I alert the members. Anytime I bank profits, I alert the members. Now, if you're in crypto, you know there are gains to be had. But to make the gains, you've got to do the research. You've got to invest well. So, 10,000 hours, 20,000 hours. If you don't have time, Copy My Crypto could be exactly what you need, because that's literally all I do. How I find the coins that I'm in, that I did previously, like Phantom, when no one on YouTube is talking about Phantom, I've used the same criteria to find the coins that I'm in now. So if you're looking to make gains in crypto, but you're not looking to do the 10, 15, 20,000 hours, then this could be exactly what you need. So go read the site now. And let's talk about Neo. So Neo's basically $13. So Neo builds itself as a rapidly growing and developing ecosystem that has the goal of becoming the foundation for the next generation of the internet, a new economy where digitalized payments, identities, and assets come together. So Neo used to be known as Ant shares when it was insanely cheap. It basically was known as the Chinese Ethereum. That's how we all spoke about it back in the day. It launched early, man. Early. Like, there's no excuse for Neo not to have an ecosystem that's huge and thriving. So the co-founders of Neo and its predecessor AntShare are Da Hongfei and Eric Zhang. Both serve as the chairman of the Neo Foundation, which aims to promote the blockchain's adoption. They've said that Da Hongfei has said that while the internet is a great invention, it has many flaws, and this means that everyday consumers don't always have control over their own data. He believes blockchain applications will eventually go mainstream. Eric Zhang was the author of the delegated Byzantine fault tolerance algorithm, which the goal of that is to deter untrustworthy participants from taking part. This tech went on to be used in Neo's blockchain, and to be fair, this has been used in a bunch of others. Like, he was instrumental in effectively contributing to the infrastructure of tons of different blockchains by creating that. Now, one of the unique selling points of Neo is its continuous development, which helps ensure that it's future-proof and able to cope with sudden increases in demand. So they are at now Neo 3.0. which enhances security and should allow greater throughput, greater transactions. They run a 2 native token blockchain. NEO is the governance token. Gas is what is used to pay for transactions and everything across the ecosystem. Few of the blockchain's projects also run a development fund to the extent that NEO does. EcoBoost launched back in 2019, and it was billed as the initiative that provides full life support for the high potential projects, including grants, technical support, and more. Now, it's a nice writing piece, but it's not true. Like, the problem is look, out there right now, there are a lot better grant systems in place than what NEO has. There just are. That's just true. So they do have grant shares. That's their sort of program. So you can learn more about that here. They also have eco support, so that whether that's your start-off developer or more. And you can see how they do have, to be fair, a very comprehensive sort of system in place for eco funds, eco grants. So EcoBoost is a $100 million initiative designed to grow the NEO ecosystem. That is massive money. Within the crypto space, there's not actually many, to be fair, that are knocking around that level of funds. But, I mean, goddamn, like, the problem I have is just NEO hasn't developed. NEO hasn't pushed forward at all. Like, it's nowhere close to where it should be. You know, if we take a look at dApps, these are the NEO dApps. But again, so the key thing for me here is usage. And it's not that high. Like, these are the top dApps. Flamingo Finance is by far and away the most used app on NEO. And yeah, granted, 800,000, but it's across a week. That's not a lot of transactions across a week. And then the rest is like, and then it's NEO Burger. I mean, this is the next best, and I think they're knocking around 5,000 transactions across the week. It's just not good enough. It's never close to good enough. And the whole point of this is like, you know, they've got to be pushing quality projects. And Flamingo Finance clearly is one that people believe is quality. That's their next best. 5,000 transactions across a week. Now, Flamingo is a proper DeFi protocol. Like, there's plenty there, right? Flamingo's massive. But that's it. 800,000 transactions across the network in a week. That's Flamingo Finance. Everything else is under 5k. That's ridiculous. Now, again, this needs to be put into context. So that's up 7%. But pretty much consistent, right? Like, consistent. NEO's been up and running for years. NEO has been up and running for absolute staggering amount of time. You know, it was AntShare. Yeah, they rebranded, they changed, they became NEO. But Jesus Christ, they've been up and running basically as long as Ethereum. They're nowhere close to them. They are nowhere close to Ethereum. Now, I'm not saying you should be. Ethereum is the king of smart contracts. It's the king of networks. But, again, I mean, even this is NEO, right? So, these are the transactions that have occurred on the network. So, we just go back. Total transactions. So, let's just see if there's a... Yeah, I mean, I'm not... This is my problem, right? Look, NEO is brilliant. NEO as a chain is brilliant. It's sending money is easy, it's rapid, it's insanely, well, it depends on where you're doing it from, but like you're going to pay a bit of gas, but it's piss all. Like, you're not spending money. These transactions are cheap, they're affordable, they're rapid, it's a brilliant network, but it's nowhere close to where it should be. And it's in a long-term downtrend. You cannot argue that point. And this is the issue. This was peaked at 180 or 188 or whatever in the first bull cycle that it was in. Then the next one in 2021, it got to 120. So it's on a sliding scale at the moment. I'd be surprised to see this beat 100 in the next bull cycle. Maybe it does $80. That's about the limit of where I think it's at. About $80. Because, yeah, they have a huge ecosystem fund. Yeah, they have an incredible network. But they don't have high potential projects on here. They don't have quality projects in the dApps. They aren't being used. Now, look, you can actually make the argument there's a ton of quality projects here, they're not being used. But that's terrible. Like, if they're not being used and they're quality projects, why aren't they being marketed effectively? Why aren't they being advertised? Why aren't they being pushed? My argument would be they're probably not quality projects, which is why people aren't using them. But again, even if there are quality projects in and around this pool of dApps, no one's using them. If no one's using them, it's down to the fact that either they're really poorly marketed or they're poor quality. Either way, not really good enough. And no, Neo's great. It's at it's a Neo 3.0. They developed. They have a lot of. They're improving their throughput. Their network security is great, but they aren't developing this ecosystem. This is not an ecosystem you want to be a part of as a developer because it's so underwhelming. The people aren't using it. So either there needs to be better marketing or there needs to be a greater push on quality projects. Or, third possibility is that that fund is being mismanaged. Whether that's intentionally or fraudulently. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that anyone is necessarily committing fraud or messing around with the fund. But they've been up and running for years. As long as Ethereum, effectively. They are nowhere close. There are layer 1 blockchains out there like Avalanche, like Solana, like Cardano. We've got tons of layer 1s that are all way further along in a short space of time. And because of that, because of its longevity combined with its lack of development, combined with its long-term downtrend, maybe it hits $80. But I don't see this ever, at the moment, breaking its previous all-time high. I don't see that happening until there is a huge overhaul in the dApps that are being used, until there is a huge marketing campaign that we have yet to see from Neo. That's the big issues for me. And again, I use Neo. I use Neo to move money because it's cheap and it's free and it's cheap and it's fast, it's reliable. But it's not a network that it's not a crypto that I see doing huge things because they're so far away from where they should be. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's actually got a chance of ever beating its previous all-time high? If you use the Neo network, are you happy with what you're seeing? Just let me know in the comments down below. Interested to hear what people have to say. And if you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. For obvious reasons. And if you want to see the coins that I own right now, head over to copymycrypto.com and read the site. Every single thing on that site is verifiable. You can literally go through the old videos on this channel and confirm every single thing you read. Look, you can make gains in crypto. We all can. It requires time, it requires energy, and it requires effort. If you don't have the time, if you don't have the energy, and if you don't want to put in the effort, then Copy My Crypto could be exactly what you need because that's all I do. It's how I found the coins I have. No one was talking about Phantom in 2020 except me. I was the only person that I've seen talk about it as a huge gain. I called it the best investment of 2020. And it went up nearly 700 times from when I found it. The criteria I used to find Phantom is the exact same criteria that I have used to find the coins that I am in right now. And if you want to see them, then head over to copymycrypto.com and read the site and decide if it's for you. And if it's for you, wonderful. I'll see you there. And if it's not, no worries. There's no obligation to buy. Come back to these videos. Keep watching because you know we deliver content regularly on this channel. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.